Where is the ultimate place globally where that happened? Kashgar.
Yes.
Like that is where that's like the bed. That's like the seat of all of it. You see it in the cuisine. You see it in the design. You see it in religion. You see it in. I mean, it's really like the beginning. So
back
I've read
in the BC, like 17th, 16th centuries.
No,
that's how they developed.
You're. I'm so into it.
Oh
I'm
my
so
God,
into
we
it.
need to talk.
I know. No, we need to have a drink. I've already said to. I know. Dante has no idea that that's totally like my bag. That's
There you go.
Yeah, so totally my bag.
Thank you.
So yes. Yeah, thank you for
Is that
adjusting.
Faraday, Mother?
Yes,
Hello,
it is.
everyone's
Hello.
here.
Hi, guys.
Everyone's
You're here.
joining.
Okay, we're going to go out. We're going to start in a second. So, yes, we totally need a drink. And when next time you guys are in New York, I'll take you to this restaurant.
Please.
I'll go with you. It was so good.
It's my son's favorite. My son begs me to go back all the time.
Seriously?
I swear. It's not fancy. It's like totally down
I love
and dirty.
it.
But the food
Next
is
time when you guys
obscene.
LA, I'm gonna take you to.
Oh, will you
My
please?
favorite way.
Oh.
It's called Dolan.
Oh my God, take me, please. Okay.
It's called
I
what?
love.
Dolan.
Dolan?
Dolan means like original OG music. That's the
Ooh.
language music called Dolan.
Okay.
Oh, we love. Yeah, no, we're all about the Monty. We're
tell her
like
I said
crazy.
hi? Yes.
We love it. Yeah, we love. Yes.
Crazy. You said that. Oh my God.
Yes, Abby.
I didn't
My
know.
mind just.
Boom. No, we have stuff to talk about. I know.
Yes, because like this is like a story of my life. Like in America, like everybody asks me, "Are you Russian? Are you mixed?
What are you? What are you? And you're
But
like,
you
I
have
am
a little
everything.
Bit of, yeah, you have a little bit of Asian, but you do also a little bit of a Russian accent or a little bit of French. Like, what are you? I'm like
I
everything.
am all
I'm
of it. I am the
mishmash.
origin. I am the beginning. I am where everything touches. I am where all the.
And it gets like interesting things I did 23. I'm like seriously a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Central Asian, English, French, and hear this out. I'm
Yes,
like
it is, Ness.
70%
Wow, how do they know me? Jesus.
Native American.
Check that out. You see, it's freaking amazing.
And then I call my parents, like, where have you guys been?
Like, what happened there?
What
Like-
happened there? They have no idea. No idea. I'm Abe.
Oh, this is Alice. Abe.
How are you?
It's all just loading now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Should we get out there? Should we just start?
Yeah.
Because we have to end on time, they told me. So
I think
probably
that we
start.
should
Will
definitely.
you ask the woman in the flat pants to give me a 10-minute and a 5-minute alert, like when I have to end? Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We have to. I'm so excited for you to take me to this place.
I know.
I'm like-
I know. I'm so excited to take me to this
I
place.
can't wait.
We're
I
gonna do a
can't wait.
panel.
No,
Yeah,
oh yeah, we're totally down. We're
That's
totally
crazy.
Lagman eaters. We love all of it. We're yeah, we're
Okay.
We're
You know exactly.
completely-
I'm gonna invite you. Next time when you're like, I'm gonna invite you to our house. I'm gonna make you
This- okay, so then-
handmade lagman. How about that?
really.
I'm
Oh,
gonna show
wow.
you the entire process. Handmade lagman.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm doing
Okay.
a style stream with the two of you in your closet, and you're making me lagman. Is
Yes.
that cool?
Yes.
Game on.
Game
Game
on.
on. I'm so
Check-
excited.
It's live.
Yes.
Game on. It's done. Game on. It's a date. I'm so excited.
Let's do that.
Done. I
Yes,
love it.
I
I
love it
want
too.
it. Oh, yes. Okay, Dante, we already discussed. I'm coming over. Alice is making me lagman at your house.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm obsessed.
She knows
Dude, I'm
exact-
obsessed.
She's
yeah.
obsessed with it. And
Yeah,
she told
yeah.
me
My wife's a
everything.
Laker.
Kashka, I just
I'm
said
a Laker.
that. I
Like,
did.
now I'm in the family. So.
Yeah. Lucky you, man.
Look at this.
You're-
This is
Atlas.
Atlas.
Okay,
This is
wait,
Laker Atlas.
You're gonna have to talk about this
Yeah.
on stage now. That's because
Yeah,
this is
I
one of your
made
uniform
it.
pieces.
Oh, like, nobody knows.
You made
Every-
it?
Yeah, I made it because everybody thought this is the Fire Nation symbol of the Fire Nation.
Right. Yeah, I
And
didn't
back
think it
in
was.
back in my house, this is not Fire. This is
It's not
Atlas.
Fire
It's
Nation, it's
Uyghur
Uyghur.
Atlas.
What is Fire Nation and Laker
Fantastic.
It's
Atlas?
the Fire Nation.
But
Well,
it's
I was
all
like,
related,
oh, these
but
are
it's
different
all
patches
freaking
than the rest of
related.
them. And
Okay.
I was like,
Are you
oh,
gonna
it's-
be Uyghur?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Very cool. We gotta start.
Yeah,
Right?
hi.
We love the
This is
food.
my husband Rob.
Hi.
My
Hi,
husband
Rob.
Rob.
Hi.
Right. I think. Wait. You wait.
Nice to
Met
meet you.
Dante.
This is our
Hi.
son. Nice to meet
My
you.
son, my fishing obsessed
I
son.
love the
He's like-
handshake.
Oh, he's good. He's got a solid shit.
He's a
All right, man. Oh yeah, this is how you rebel when you have nice Jewish artist parents
I
in
love
Manhattan.
it.
This is your. You become a fisherman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
American flag
Like
short.
shorted,
I know.
mullet mulleted. Yeah,
Mullet.
it's
Yes.
full
You're
on.
killed. We're gonna do a 15 and then a 5 minute.
Perfect. Okay.
You good?
All right, let's go.
Let's do it. All right. Thank you, guys. Let's go. Rob, Mickey, mwah, love you. Thank you for being here. Abe, thank you. You got it? Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, it's little and sweet. Okay. Yay! Hi, guys. Thank you for waiting. Hi. Oh my God, look how cute you guys look. This is great. Welcome, welcome. I have my
Use the microphone.
my son in television, Dante Basco. Joining us. Thank you, guys.
We're gonna join them. Hold on. I gotta go around. Folks. Hold on.
Okay, we have to turn it on. Am I on? Okay, wait. Oh, that works. You on? Is it a little quicker? One down. We can share. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, we got a runner. All right. Guys, welcome. Thank you. This is my first time ever doing a panel discussion version of a style stream. We're doing it on a stage. I don't know if any of you guys have followed me on TikTok or Instagram or Twitch or whatever, but I've been doing different versions of style streams for the past few years, and I love doing celebrity closet streams where we go to people's houses and we go into their closet and we talk about the evolution of their style and how you come to that. You know, I have a background, always it's been acting and fashion, and they've been my two parallel loves. Because I've worked in, it's always been my two loves. And so they've both been in things that I pursued at once. And so then when I got into the gaming world and started talking to all of you guys, I got really interested in how people in this industry evolve in their style. Because all of this, cosplay, getting dressed, being yourself, is about figuring out who you are and how you want to present and how your life influences your style and how your style affects your life. So who better to do a live one with than fabulous Dante Basco, who hopefully now has a working microphone.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
He has a working mic.
Janice, also, it's the first time me and Jen met yesterday, our first panel together.
This is so crazy. It's the first time that Dante and I, oh my goodness, it's the first time that Dante and I are in person together. We met virtually, and we have a bunch of friends in common, like between Theo and the rest of, wait!
And she plays my mom, she plays Ursa on Avatar, so she plays my mother. She's the banished mother.
I'm the banished
Fire
mom. I'm Ursa in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I'm the banished prince and you're the banished mother.
Banished mom. You're the OG banish. It's so sad. But yeah, but this is, we didn't record in a studio together. I recorded all of that from New York when you were in LA.
We were in LA.
Isn't that right? So it was.
So it's good. You and Aang were in LA, exactly. And then the rest of us were, pretty much the rest of us were in LA.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, there was like just the very few of us who were apart.
But this panel sounds phenomenal. I love this. This is so exciting. I'm excited to talk about fashion. I also love fashion and arts, everything but fashion. It's a big part of my life.
You are such a style guy, and seeing that my big line to you in the show was never forget who you are.
Yes.
You seem to be a person who has not forgotten who you are at all. You always really present, you always really show it up.
Yeah. When you're just talking right now, I was thinking about how do we get to our fashion sense. It's great to come to Comic Con because everyone has their own fashion sense and what they like, what they dig, and how they kind of march their own drums, which I think is important. But I was thinking about that when you were just talking, and I grew up in a big Filipino family, but then also within it, there's like when you're a big Filipino family, it's like you have brothers and sisters, and you have like kind of other family living. I had like two aunts that were essentially the same age as me, my brothers, living with us also. We all went to high school together, so we were
Wait,
more
you
like,
and the aunts all went to high school together?
yeah. So me and my brother, I have a brother like 18 months older than brother 18. There's five brothers and sisters in my.
Wait, you guys, if you haven't seen The Fabulous Filipino Brothers,
Yeah.
Dante made a movie about his brothers and about his family, so this is just FYI if you haven't seen it.
And then my mom has two sisters, a bunch of sisters and brothers, like five, but two of them are like the same age as me and my brothers, like literally like a year older than me, and 2 years older. So we all grew up in the same house, kind of like siblings or cousins or whatever.
In California.
In California.
Yeah.
But you know, there was always Vogues and Cosmos around the house my whole life. Like, and we had like, I had like a peachy folder. If you don't know peachy folders, like little, peachy folders are like little.
No, what's peachy folder?
Peachy folders are like just the old school peachy folders, like where we would use just folders. But anyway, we taped them together and made binders, and then I had like models on the front of my. I actually Chrissy Turlington. I had a whole Chrissy Turlington peachy folder binder that we made.
Wait, how old were you?
I was like 13 or something. So my favorite model is Chrissy Turlington, right?
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well, I liked all
amazing.
of them, but Chrissy Turlington is my girl. And anyhow, I remember I would look at every single page of every Vogue that came to the house. Like every page from all, you start at the front with all the advertising, and then you go through all the pictorials, the editorials, and kind of see the evolution. I mean, I was doing that since I was like 10, 11.
So this impact, I mean, if you started at 10 or 11, then this was already impacting your sense of how you
fashion
put it together and how to
Right.
present and what to look like in the world. Like,
Right.
So was it when you were maybe 10 or 11 that you started like caring or thinking about it?
Probably, I think that, and then I also grew up very in the hip hop culture, so we're like hip hop, and then fashion, and then it's really, now I feel like in the maturation, like my generation, the maturation of hip hop, and it's very ironic that a lot of the hip hop cats are now designers, from Pharrell
Oh, totally.
Kanye to like all these cats for like fashion design. It's just another way of storytelling.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm a filmmaker, but fashion's a way of storytelling, and it's a conversation. It's about having a conversation with the world every day.
So if at 10 or 11 is when you start like having an awareness and you start looking, and 13 is you're saying you start getting dressed, you're really young when you first book Rufio.
Yeah.
Who has like a major look.
Right, which I was not 100% with it when it first started, but then he's kind of grown into this very classic, iconic look.
But you weren't with when they styled you this way.
I felt because I was hip hop and I was going to the set wearing like full on, it's the 90s hip hop in '91.
Right.
So we're like double XL. It's weird, like now it's all coming back again. Like all the kids are wearing XL everything again. So we were definitely in that vibe, and then going to the set and then them putting me in like red tights and like ripped jeans, skin tight ripped jeans.
And like half shirts.
Half shirts.
Yeah.
Like fringe denim, fringe leather. And it was like, whoa, what are we doing? But they had, that's why you have stylists and you have, like, when you do a movie, of course the actor can come with some concepts, but it's really, you have a wardrobe stylist that are like drawing and designing the clothing and what's going on, different ideas, and then you have hairstyle, hair designers, that you guys are cosplayers, you understand, like, there's all these different factions of how to create the character, and it's all being siphoned through Spielberg's mind, but it's a group of artists coming together with a look and an idea and kind of like having a conversation with each other. Like, what do you think about this? What about this? Yeah.
No, that part is fascinating.
All the props.
All the things that when you're on a set and you have your costume designer, and your costume designer has done like such incredible research on whatever era it is, and on where you're from geographically, and all the different things about you, because what you wear ends up saying so much about you in unspoken ways.
Right.
Like I just did a TV show where I got to be dressed in like total fabulous Ungaro, like 80s perfection.
Really?
Oh, it was amazing. With like the shoulder pads and the whole, it was to die. It was so good. So it's really good.
Painter from back in those days in the 80s, like that classic look.
Oh, it was. I had like a Gautier suit and an Ungaro jacket and all that. It was so good. But right, I digress. Let's go back to. Was there anything in that, now that we're talking evolution, so you're this hip hop guy, you're this Vogue obsessed hip hop guy, now you get this role, it's totally not your look, but do you take anything from that character with you that like you bring into how you present, even if it isn't necessarily like that you're doing a triple mohawk or whatever? Are you
The tri-hawk was crazy.
It was mad. It was awesome.
They were like, how about a mohawk? How about 3 mohawks?
3 mohawks.
She was like, what are we talking about? Because there was other drawings. There was like drawing of me with dreadlocks. I thought was cool. It's like very like Lenny Kravitz was during that time. Like, oh, Lenny Kravitz, that's kind of cool. And there was like all these different versions of what Rufio could be. But then, you know, they put on. So I'm a little nervous, right? You know, I'm a good little actor.
Yeah.
I'm 15, but I'm like, you know, they're like, well, here's some red tights. And I'm like, okay, Peter Pan, tights, that's cool. And then they're like, how about they put on these skin tight jeans, like skinny jeans, when skinny jeans was not in.
Yeah, like 10 years before
And
skinny
like,
jeans.
just shredded up, you can see through. I was like, okay. And then they, you know, they put on a tight shirt on me, and then they said, let's cut out the midsection. I'm like, what? Next thing you know, they got the scissor to the shirt, the belly button showing. I'm like, that's my belly button. That's my cock. Then they put on the like, the leather jacket. They start fringing it up, and it's like very Michael Jackson-esque. It's like red and black, like Thriller Michael Jackson kind of vibes. And Mike Jackson was not cool at this particular moment, like 91, like 84, 85, and then he kind of came back 95, 96, but like 91, it was like, what are we doing?
Not so much.
This is Mike Jackson, what am I doing? And then we had like shoulder pads, right? Then in the 80s was leaving, so I was a little bit nervous, but, and then they put the mohawks in my hair, and then they went to introduce me to Steven. They're like, we gotta show Steven.
Right. Of
I was
course.
like, okay, well this is just a version, right? It's just a version. We'll see, let's show them this version of what it is. And then I literally walked on the set like, Steven, we gotta show you something. And he's like, yeah, he goes, Rufio, and they brought me up, and then Steven turned around. Steven's like, and he sees me and he's like, yes, yes. And I was like, yeah? And I'm just thinking to myself like, my belly button's gonna be in this whole movie.
You're like, they're gonna say.
No!
They're gonna say.
But the thing is now, it's very classic, so if I ever see Rufio cosplayers, and you're not rocking the midriff, then I have to tell them you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right.
So now, what, 10 years later, you start doing Zuko, and this changes
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Was there anything about that character, and as the show evolved, because you did this for a long time,
Yeah, we did for like almost 20 years.
dude, like a
I'm
long
still
time.
doing a podcast. I'm still with the Avatar family right now. It's
It's
crazy.
amazing. It's so great. So, did that influence? Was there anything about Zuko and Avatar and Fire Nation that impacted your style
I
and
mean,
how
for
they
sure.
took with you into your style
I
life?
think red, you know, there's like a fire thing that kind of followed like red and black, and even Fire Nation with like all the reds and the maroons and the oranges. I don't know. There's something. I'm always Fire Nation forever, for sure. I represent Fire Nation.
Fire Nation.
But that's something about like fire and these kind of characters have followed my career throughout my career, and I don't know exactly what it is, but I appreciate it. But yeah, Zuko's a prince. You know, he's got a lot of fashion because he's a prince, and he got a lot of flair to him. But I love the Fire Nation, how it looks and how the kind of royal family is, even though they're not always the nicest family. I mean,
They look fucking rad.
They're
They look fantastic.
killing
Guys,
the game.
they look fantastic.
They're fantastic.
amazing.
They got a lot of style. They got a lot of style of Fire Nation. I mean, the whole crew of Fire Nation. I mean, Azula, always looking fire. I mean, May. I mean, they're all Tylee. You know, she got a cute little thing going on. Fire Nation fashion. I love all the tribes. You know, Water Tribe. Y'all cool with your furs and all the stuff going on. And Earth Kingdom, all the earth tones. Y'all, you're cool. You're cool. But when you come to fashion, I mean, outside of Yue is a fashion goddess. She's the moon. But Fire Nation as a whole, click, killing it every single time.
Love. So, okay, if you had to describe your look in 5 words, your
5
look,
words.
5 words. Give me 5 words that describe your look.
Classic.
Classic.
Trying to say classic.
Okay.
I would say, you know, 5 words. That's pretty
You
crazy.
can do it.
I mean,
give me 3
it
if you want.
changes, you know. I
Well,
think
it's constantly evolving. Like you could update it if you want.
But I
Like,
try,
right now.
as I get older, I think I try to err more classic more than anything.
I like that.
But also, I would say,
I still see the hip hop.
Yeah, well, I would say hip hop, but I mean it's too weird. But I'm saying hip hop to me is always
That's fine.
flow,
Yeah.
flow.
Classic
Hip-hop's
flow.
Flow. I mean, I'm forward, fashion forward, so it's always like a techie concept, like a tech. I'm very interested in like new materials and new, just like all the new materials, sweat wicking, kind of like stretchy, like there's a lot more fabric than just cotton these days.
Yeah.
I'm very fascinated by that. And then,
Classic flow, high tech.
yeah, high tech. I mean, black. Oh, black is always good.
That's black.
Black is always good.
You got it. You got it.
And then I would say, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, from photos.
Yeah.
I think you're a bit of a dandy. Like you, I don't know that that's how you would describe yourself, but I think of you as you have like a peacock style.
Oh yeah.
Like you
Probably.
definitely.
Just a flare of the peacock.
Yeah.
I don't try to OD on it all, but like,
Right.
yeah. I have my own kind of, I have my fashion, you know.
Yeah. Do you have a uniform these days?
Yeah,
So
so
like
this jacket's my con uniform.
I
I
love
actually
this.
I went to Catholic school.
you did.
Yeah, so I'm always down with kind of uniforms. I like the idea of a uniform.
Uniforms are brilliant only because it makes it so easy. And just, I mean, like if you know that like every day, most days I'm gonna wear this cut pant and this kind of top and this kind of jacket and these kind of, like it just, you know what you're wearing every day.
Yes.
And you know it looks good on you. So you know
Right.
that you'll always repeat it. So yours is your con.
Well, when I'm going to con, I always
Yeah.
wear this jacket because the thing is, I love cons because I think everyone can represent their fandoms and like express certain things. And after going to a bunch of cons, I was like, I want to rock my stuff.
Yeah.
And so over the last few years, I've been kind of putting together this jacket and getting a patch here and a patch there, and you know, rocking Fire Nation and Lost Boys and the Blue Spirit mask and American Dragon. I was like, oh, and just doing it in a cool way. It's kind of like, I mean, I do have tattoos, but also tattoos that I may not be getting, but kind of like putting them on my jacket.
But that, well, because that's part of your personal
Yeah,
style.
it's part of
Yeah,
personal
it's like
style.
part of your story.
Totally. And then so there's that, but then on the regular days, it's very, yeah, I'm very basic, where I'm, you know, classic basic. I wrote like a blog one time about like Ray-Bans and Levi's. Like the concept of classic, if you can stick with Ray-Bans and Levi's, you're gonna be all right.
The Ray-Bans and Levi's.
Ray-Bans and Levi's. But then I also written blogs, like when I was doing a fashion blog called like, I forgot what it was called, it was like just common sense for like guys. And I wrote a blog about, I wrote a blog about Swatch watches, because I love Swatch watches.
Swatches are great.
I have a Swatch collection.
You do?
Yeah, because I love swatches. A, it reminds me of junior high, but
Right.
and B, it's the best present to give to him. It's the best cheap present. Like you can give anybody a swatch, and it might cost $30, $40, but it's a watch, and it has a design and style to it. And so I love the idea of swatches. I remember I wrote a blog about fanny packs years ago and then it came to pass where everyone got fanny packs. But I like the idea of fanny packs.
I have like vintage fanny packs.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is, yeah.
I'm sort of like thinking about style for a long time. I actually wrote a blog about black shirt, about the black button. A friend of mine, she was getting ready an athlete guide, and she's like, "Can you talk to him about his style?" And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "You're a fashion person." She's like, "I don't. He's not gonna listen to me. Like, he'll listen to you, like talking about style." And when we sat down to talk about style, we actually talked about a black button. I said for guys that aren't really into style and don't understand, I said, go buy the perfect black, expensive black button-up shirt. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, go. You'll understand it like this. If you go to Versace and you try on a black shirt, black button-up, you go to, I don't know, you go to Tom Ford, you go to certain places, Gucci, and you try on the same black button-up shirt, and you feel the cut, and you feel what you like about it, but it's all a black shirt.
Right.
But once you kind of understand like the black shirt, then it will start unlocking things about your own fashion, about what you like, what you don't like, what's cool. I mean, I'm kind of obsessed with black shirts. And my wife is here. She does like a ton of black shirts in my closet. But I mean, I go through different concepts of it, but
But then the inexpensive trick, though, if you're not going to Versace or Tom Ford, is you take an inexpensive black shirt
Oh,
and you
anyone.
go to the tailor.
Yeah, oh, true.
And that's the trick, because you
Oh,
can
I'm
go to
thinking
H&M
tailor.
or Zara and you can get the black shirt,
Right.
and then you take it to the tailor and you have them fit it to you, and then suddenly it looks like you spent quadruple on
The
your shirt.
tailor is
it's
the
the
one.
trick. You need a tailor.
The
You go to-
tailor's the
yeah,
best.
that's always the trick. Yeah.
the
it's best.
tailor is the best.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we got that. We got the uniform. Then, we already spoke about that, but you mentioned your wife, and we mentioned this
Yes.
jacket,
Yeah.
and we mentioned this fabric that's on this jacket. And people assume that this is Fire Nation,
It,
but
is, it does represent Fire Nation.
right,
And the Gryffindor. And I'm a Gryffindor, so.
the Gryffindor. But what else does it represent?
Uyghurs. My wife's Uyghur, and this is like their pattern. Uyghurs, they do different colors, but this style, this pattern, it's called Atlas, and they have it's their weave. They do certain weavings in their part of their country in Central Asia, and so we love it. She has actually a clothing company called Atlas by Alice, where she does. She's like Uyghur American, right? So she does all these atlases on vintage Levi's jackets.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, so she's been doing that.
Alice? Okay.
Yeah, so I do this. So I stole some of this and put this on my patch jacket.
It's fabulous.
You can see my whole patch jacket.
The patch jacket's amazing. I love the patch jacket.
So there's things on the jacket that are like little keys from my. So there's also, of course, you see the Blue Spirit mask and Firebender and Lost Boys, but there's the Captain Hook crossed out. That's like no Captain Hook. But then there's things like wear your heart on your sleeve. I believe in
Oh,
that.
I love that.
There's like a hummingbird on the back. The first time me and my wife kissed a hummingbird flew by, so there's a hummingbird on my back. There's like I have like a knife. I was like always carry a knife. I like these little things that I think about, and that's on my jacket.
Well, you see like how personal it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have something that's super stylish and super fashiony and be totally personal and that represents you, and wear it
Right.
for work and wear it for life, and it can actually be something that you're like sporting in the world that's repping all of it at once. This is like perfect. So I'm not gonna ask you like, I was gonna ask you about, is there one item that you can't live without, that you can't, but this seems to be like
No, I
your
love this.
piece. It's fabulous.
Yeah, I love this.
Yeah, it represents all of the different stuff. Yeah, I love it. Okay, we're gonna do the quickie. Oh no, you know what? Before we do that,
Yeah.
so you're a newlywed. So
Yes.
Alice, we just were talking about, they just got married, and you were sporting something fabulous at your wedding.
Oh,
That
yeah.
Nehru style jacket.
Right.
Tell me about how that happened.
That's a barong. That jacket's a Filipino. There's our like dressing stuff's called barongs, and then a designer, Oliver Tolentino, who did my wedding barong. He actually made like a jacket version of it, which is like more of a tuxedo version, and really beautiful. I mean,
It was magnificent. I didn't even know, because I haven't seen anyone
Oh, yeah?
getting married wearing a piece like that, and it was so appropriate for the setting.
Yeah.
And it was gorgeous,
Thank you,
and the way
Jen.
that it fit, it was like beautiful.
He made it for me. It was like it's one of those crazy moments where you go to a designer. Like I don't always get to go to a designer and get something very couture-ish made, but he's there and he's measuring it, which is cool. And then he starts drawing on the paper what he's gonna do, and you're like watching him, like, yeah, okay, we're doing these lines. He's drawing the whole thing, and then he draws the whole shirt and he did the pants too. So the whole suit. And then he was like, and then they send it to you, and then you have the drawing. It's beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
It's like an artwork. You're like,
It was
oh my God,
freaking
this is what you're doing.
Wait, it was freaking gorgeous. It was magnificent.
And then the
But
other
the
shirts-
pre-party, that's you and your brothers, right?
So those
Tell me.
shirts came from my wife's mom. She gave us all these shirts. Those are like classic Uyghur shirts.
That-
And my brother was a
Amazing.
wild man with his elephant pants that he bought in China.
Fantastic.
I think he bought them. I don't know. We were in China. It's great. We got married in Dali, Yunnan province in China, which is kind of like this Tulum place in China. Really beautiful, very otherworldly, and yeah, so much so everyone speaking Mandarin or other languages. Me and my brothers had no idea what was going on most of the time, but it was a phenomenal time.
It was so clear that there was something special going on with your outfits. I loved like the brothers in the matching shirts, and I didn't know that they were Uyghur. They're like amazing. And then seeing that jacket, so that's of course from the Filipino origin.
Yeah.
So you bring your culture into it, you bring
Yeah.
all of it into your events. You can like
I love it.
bring yourself fully
And
into
as
what you
kids, we
do.
learn into our culture as Americans. Because Filipino American grew up in China, like really just kind of just be in the American culture, which I think is cool, and we all dress Western. It's great. But then I think as the times has gone on, people are we're very cool on representing our culture where we're from and digging into certain fashion and things from our culture and seeing the beautiful things in that and the time and space to show that and share that, you know.
I mean, that's when.
It's great. And then other friends do that too. I mean, I think, just these things that people talk about appropriation stuff. I don't know, I had some friends who were out there wearing barones and they're like guys, but I'm like, no, it's great because they're celebrating our culture with us right now too. It's not.
I don't think that counts
It's
as
not
appropriation if
like,
you're celebrating it
we're
with.
celebrating it with, yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's fascinating.
I love that. Okay, this is your speed round.
Okay.
We're going into the speed round. Okay. So what is, you've got like 5 seconds to answer this. What is the one item that is not in your closet right now that you are absolutely jonesing for? What's the thing? Like, it's like, oh, that thing.
I know. I mean, I don't know. I kind of buy a lot of stuff that I want. But what do I want right now? What have I been looking for? I was like, I've been super into off-white, the off-white color.
Off-white is good.
And so I've been like on some off-white shoes. I already have a few pairs, but I want like another pair of off-white shoes. And I kind of want I've just been sexualizing with off-white, like hoodies and shoes. But these New Balance off-white shoes, I really like. I'm always looking at things. Loafers. I'm always looking at loafers right now. But I've been into off-white for the last season.
Winter white and off-white is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a little white in winter.
Yeah. It's my Google. I'm trying to what I've been Googling lately.
Another question. Okay, be honest.
Okay.
Have you ever taken anything from set or from a costume of a character and like pilfered it to wear in real life?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right.
You see, there's during the hip hop days, like when I was doing Moesha and these shows, at the end of the season, they go grab what you want, and then we would just pick out so many of the clothes that we want. So there's a lot of brands from that era that I probably wouldn't have bought, and there was Echo and all this stuff that I just kind of took. And then, I'm an actor who takes wardrobe, not takes wardrobe, but I'm always cool with the wardrobe artist. Come on, what you got going on here? And I can pick from certain things. Is this going back, or can I take this? Because the thing about a lot of what wardrobe does, they buy a lot of clothes and stuff they don't use, they end up sending back. But so, if you're cool with a wardrobe artist, they'll let you pilfer.
Right. Unless it's something very special that
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
allowed to take.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
otherwise, they often will let you, which is great.
Which is great, and I'm, I don't know. I'll take it. I don't care. I'll take whatever.
Wait, name one thing in your closet that you would be embarrassed for anyone to know is hanging in your closet.
My closet, embarrassing?
One thing.
I don't know. There's nothing that embarrassing. I got what do I got? Nothing. I'm cool. What's in there?
All of it.
Some Lululemon shirts. I'm a big I got some Lululemon. What'd you say? What?
The rabbit.
Oh, I have a rabbit outfit. I have a rabbit onesie. That's what I have. I have a rabbit onesie. This is the deal. I have a rabbit. See, also, I have a rabbit on my jacket. I was born in the year of the rabbit. That means I'm very lucky.
Do you know we have the same birthday?
Do August 29th?
Yes.
What?
Do me and MJ.
Oh,
We have the
me
same
and-
birthday.
yeah.
I know.
So, I'm a Virgo rabbit. And then, so I have a rabbit onesie. This, you know why I got it, right? Yeah. We did a live stream for, what was it for? I still got this rabbit onesie, pink rabbit onesie. It's cool. Hey, it's every now and then you might need a rabbit onesie. It's right there, arm's length. There's things in your closet you need at arm's length every now and then.
Well, this actually answers the next question. I was like, if you have 5 minutes, you have to be in a costume. What is it? And it sounds like this is what it is.
The pink rabbit onesie.
Yeah.
For sure.
See, it's a practical
That's easy.
comparison.
Easy money. Bam. No, there's so many different. We're actors, so we have a lot of costume
You
choices.
have to.
You know?
have to.
I think I could put together a pirate outfit pretty quick if I needed to. Flowy shirts, tight pants, swashbuckling.
totally.
I can do that fast.
Scarf.
Also, scarf.
Some pedigree.
scarf.
Also, it's easy. I got a lot of black clothes on. My go-to like costume would be like the Crow, like Brandon Lee and the Crow.
Okay.
So you just do like kind of black, baggy black shirt, tight black pants, and then the white makeup with like the eyes, the clown eyes, kind of like in the hair. Then you're the Crow. I can do all that pretty quick.
Fast.
Pretty quick, yeah.
So that's the same thing. So it would be the Crow. I was going to ask if there was anyone you could cosplay.
Oh, cosplay. I've never had
Cosplay. Right. No, I love it.
I've done the Crow a few times.
Okay.
Well, cosplaying, I mean, Avatar, I've done Zuko before. Zuko was pretty fun. I would do Jet. Jet's my guy. Yes, Jet would be awesome. Yeah, I'm down to cosplay anything. But it's hard, you know, it's an art form. I love cosplayers because they're like, it's become like this new art form that really reps all the wardrobe designers we work with throughout our whole life.
It's incredible,
and it's just
right?
like moving art form where some people can draw, but some people to put together an outfit or just let alone be able to sew and make things and move in them. It's like moving art. It's like stepping into art, and it's really beautiful. And I know that I'm not the greatest at it because when I did Zuko, I made my whole outfit.
You made it?
I mean, I had some people help me, but yeah, I sewed, yeah.
You sewed?
Not good. I made the worst pants I think that were ever made in the history of pants.
Did you sew it on a machine?
Yes.
You knew how to do that?
I mean, I took home ec in junior high.
I did too, but I think that I would end up making such a mess.
It was
of
horrible. I mean, and I had to wear these pants because I ended up DJing a club as Zuko. And I came down in the whole cosplay from the ceiling in a cage. And I looked awesome coming into the situation. And then I had the worst pants on all night long that I made myself.
Oh no!
This is the thing that you call cosplayers that make their own clothes, like, you know, how?
I know.
Pants
I'm
are
the
like, we
skill.
all have pants. How many pants do we have? We all are wearing pants. And then you try to make a pair, and then you're like, this is impossible. Like, how are all these pants 2 pieces of cloth sewn together, and they all feel pretty good on my body, and then I put 2 pieces of cloth together, and it's the worst pants torture device ever in the history of. How does that work?
It's humbling.
It's humbling.
It is.
And then
It
you're
is.
looking at other pants like, this is 2 pieces of cloth.
Right.
And I put 2 pieces of cloth together, and it doesn't, and it's choking my
If I
leg.
tear something and I need to stitch it up and I do a little
Oh my
stitch to it, and sometimes it's great, but sometimes it totally ruins the line. And like I've snagged it and the thing doesn't look right, and it's like, so yes, so kudos to all of the cosplayers for
Kudos.
making their stuff.
Kudos.
It's like, it's amazing. So speaking of making your stuff, so Superman puts on his cape,
Yes.
and that's how he knows. That's when he's like in hero mode.
Right.
He like gets into the suit and into the cape, and now he knows he's like superhuman and he can do all these things. And what do you put on when you need to feel like a superhero?
Wow.
Like what makes you feel supercharged?
I don't know. I'm actually, I'm supercharged?
Like,
Am I ever
like when you put
supercharged?
it on and you're like, you just.
I think I'm pretty chill. I don't know. I think I'm, ironically kind of like, not hiding. I'm like pretty chill. Like, I'm out when I'm performing, I can be very, you know, I can be very kind of out there. But I think in real life, I'm pretty kind of mellow to the degree, yeah. But I don't know. It's super, I feel supercharged. To know that I'm like really doing something. I know my hair has to be done.
It's your hair, okay.
For sure. Hair
Hair tight.
I feel stronger if my hair looks good.
Okay.
If my hair doesn't look good,
Like
I
that.
feel very not good. Yeah, I think it's more of a hair thing for me. Possibly. It's strange because clothing as an actor, you don't always have a lot of control over the clothing.
Right.
You know, so you can pick a thing here or there. I remember when I did a movie, Take the Lead. I was filming Antonio Banderas, and I had a lot of imperfect clothes. I told the girl, because we were in high school, we're all in high school. I was like in my late 20s playing it. So I was like, but this kid in high school was that one kid that had like a better fashion sense earlier than everyone else.
Yeah, there's always the
And
one.
she was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you know, there's that one kid that somehow he just knew about fashion earlier when we did not know. Like, this is who that kid is. Like, oh, and I'm big, like, when I'm like, when I'm preparing a character, I'll start like looking at it still goes back to magazines right
It's
now.
the
Start
greatest.
tearing things out of magazines and start, especially when locations start taping things to the wall and pictures in my hotel room that like start having me think of that character.
Do you do it on Pinterest now, or do you just do? You
No,
still
I
like tear it out?
I can't do it on Pinterest because I have to like, I like to like see it.
Tactile.
Yeah, I like tactile.
I get it's like mood boards, like how we've done the mood boards before.
Yeah.
Yeah. The vision
I
boards.
guess I should try it on Pinterest, yeah, but I like to tear it out.
It's satisfying.
But I do miss magazines.
I know.
Magazines are like an old, it's gone. What have
The
magazines?
tearing and the cutting. No, I know. I agree. I love doing that. But Pinterest is amazing to get that effect, to get it done. All right. So.
I like all these questions, Jen. These are great.
So glad.
These are awesome.
Well, so everybody here, or most of the people here, are cosplaying and are playing with their style and are playing with how they self-present and figuring out who they want to be in the world and how you get to step into yourself and all of this. Is there any advice that you were ever given about presenting yourself in the world and in life? And then the follow-up question is going to be, what advice would you give about finding yourself? And style can be about the whole thing. It doesn't have to be just about what you wear.
Right. I mean, as far as advice, I don't, I went to art high school, and I've been around a lot of artists my whole life, and I went from breakdancing to ballet dancing to acting to poetry, and you're always seeing kind of like everyone doing their style.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I got particular advice except for, I mean, you just see the people that seem the most right at what they were doing, you can feel it because they've built it within themselves. You know what I'm saying? When you're not trying, it's like some people were just like had their thing. And you're like, oh. And so you can kind of really see it, and it kind of echoed throughout their art form. Like their style kind of bled into the way they danced, or the way they wrote their poems, or the way they acted, and there was like a grounding of their whole thing. And so, really, I mean, I think as artists, you're constantly looking for that. Now, if any advice is, it's not, it changes. Don't worry about too much about what the world thinks. I think when we're younger, we're so concerned about how the world sees us, and we're, whatever that means. But I think the advice is really, just have the conversation you want to have with whoever you want to have a conversation with. Because I think fashion is an ongoing conversation in the streets. It's like, look, you wear the shoes, you have the bag because you're talking to the people you want to talk to when you're wearing them. And so know who you're having a conversation with, and it's okay to have any conversation you want to have with whoever you want to have it with. And so I think that's, personal style is like really about feeling good and about your expressions and conversations that you want to have with the world. And it's like, have them, and I'm down to have them with you. I love it,
Yes.
Like sneakerheads they wear certain sneakers to talk to sneakerheads.
Right, no, I know, you're telegraphing.
Yeah.
You're like sending out a vibration to like find your people, to bring your people to you.
You see later on, people like that girl. I was like, yeah, the girl, they're not buying that bag for me.
Right.
They're buying that bag to talk to that girl
Yeah.
who's wearing that bag. It's like
Rob is always making, my husband who's here, he's always making jokes about like, I'm not dressing for him, I'm
No.
dressing for like, whichever person is
Exactly.
going to come down the street and know what that is, or
Exactly.
understand that reference. Or,
and it's a conversation that you are, and we are, and we do. Those are the conversations we want to be in at that time.
Yeah. And that's
And
always
it can
changing,
change.
and it's
And
evolving.
it can change and it can evolve.
Yeah.
And it can change daily,
Yeah.
which is cool. But ultimately, I just want people, if you want to do your thing, it's like, it really comes down to being comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
And whatever that means to you, because it's like, you live your life. We're living in our own life.
Yep.
So, whatever it takes to get comfortable in your own skin. That's what ultimately I think you got to do. You should do. We should get there. We should strive to be there.
Totally. Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Anything you want to promote? Anything you want to tell anyone about?
Well, we're talking about fashion. I do have a t-shirt line. We do t-shirts and clothing, and it's called, you go to rufiozugo.com, and we do a lot of stuff for fans as far as stuff I like that are like avatar based and Rufio based, is rufiozugo.com. But then we have a new collection coming out. I'm kind of taking it fashion forward on some of it. You know, every now and then we drop like limited hoodies. We have a whole, I've been in the Off-White, so we're doing a whole Off-White series. This whole Dante project where I'm writing out some of lines and doing some cool stuff that we're going to do, some limited drops. So I'm into that. So check out RufioZuko.com. And then, you know, there's all this stuff with Avatar, but also I just dropped a matcha tea line.
Really?
Yeah, I'm doing a matcha that me and my wife just started. And it's really beautiful ceremonial grade matcha that's coming from Japan that you can get at RufioMatcha.com. And another, it's continuing a conversation and story. It's something that I really love, matcha tea, and bringing it out to people, but also telling the story of matcha and the vibe of this, kind of changing up coffee once a week for matcha. Something that I've been doing and really enjoying, you know, trying to bring to people. I do weird things like that.
I love it. No, I drank a bunch of matcha when I was in Japan. Oh, yeah, I love it. And so, if you guys want to see, I have already made plans that I'm coming over to your house, and I'm visiting you and Alice, and we have to look at the line. So we've got to look at Rufio Zuko, we've got to look at Alice's line. We're also going to be eating homemade pulled lagman, so I'm very excited. So if you aren't already following on my socials, I'm at Hey It's Jen Cone everywhere, and you can watch. Usually we do the streams on TikTok and YouTube, and we'll do a live one then, and you can see the ones with everybody else. Everything is at Dante Basco?
At Dante Basco, except my TikTok's at Rufio Zuko.
Beautiful. Guys, thank you so much for coming. And Dante, I'm so happy to finally be on a stage with you. So thank you guys. I appreciate you coming. I think that now we've got some cosplayers coming in. So have a good one. Thanks. Oh my God, I forgot. Guys, I forgot. And tomorrow I'm doing, Tomorrow I'm doing a live Ask Bird Mom, which are the Real Talk advice streams that I do also on TikTok and on YouTube. So we're doing an Ask Bird Mom live. So if you want to come, that's going to be, I think, at 3 o'clock. Take a look at the schedule. And that's when we can also talk about what's going on in our lives, what's happening. So see you then if you're there. Ask for what? No, Ask Bird Mom.
Oh, Ask Bird Mom. Oh, sorry. Because I have Asperger's syndrome.
Oh, that's a good thing to talk about. Take care. Bye. Thanks.
Jared.
Dude, it's the thing.
Take whatever we want to do and just like kind of keep going.
I know.
All right, say
I
bye
love
to
that
the
you're doing.
people.
Mwah, bye, guys.
You're live?
Nice to see you. Bye.
See you guys.
So nice that we're together, right?
I know.
It's so good. Bye, guys. Take care.
All right.